Hello, world. It's your old friend, Kurt. If you are Generation X, you know me as the voice of our generation. In this video, clearly not made by artificial intelligence, we will examine a public person, Tom Wellborn. What makes Tom special is that he, one of the elect, one of the self-anointed individuals whose mission in this world is to correct your thought mechanisms. Come as you are, as you were, as a friend. Take your time. The choice is yours. I wrote these lyrics for the people who worry about how they're supposed to act with others. Come as you are is about empty cliches whose own ostensible meaning is forced into contradictions. In short, be who you are and accept people for who they are. This is what makes you a good person. And who knows, maybe Tom is a good person to people who know him in the real world. If you know Tom Wellborn on the internet, however, let it be known this man represents everything we were against in the early 90s. Let's get into what Tom did that warrants a video. Keep in mind, we are old school 90s grunge, and if you are not down with that, that is okay. As such, we understand that sometimes videos like this must be made to call out verbally and emotionally abusive people, but we do not cancel them. Tom is clearly a member of the new religion. The religion is evangelical wokeism. In all of Tom's behavior, you will see that all of it is filtered through an evangelical woke lens. Remember, just because Christians excommunicate, Muslims behead, the evangelical woke cancel people, this does not mean you should do it too. Two wrongs do not make a right. Also, Tom was notified about this upcoming video. He has chosen not to protest its release. This video was created because sometimes internet bullies need to be called out, and their intentions should be analyzed, just like everyone who chooses to go public. Apparently, there was debate between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, and people chime in on the debates as people do. People disagree, and that is cool. And Naomi shared her views about the debate.
From what I watched last night, she won on abortion, while he won on policy, immigration, and crime. They both have a habit of answering questions they were not asked. Trump went a little conspiracy theorist, eating dogs and cats, while Kamala had a lot of memorized evasive rhetoric. The moderator fact-checked Trump 5 times, and they fact-checked Kamala 0. Her performance was better than I expected. I'm not sure it's going to win her the election, but one thing is certain. Trump was not debating one person. He was up against three. These moderators were clearly against him.
Politics. This, at heart, is merely the ancient game of heresy and conformity, enforced not through confessionals or pyres, but by cancellations and public shaming. Tom sought to morally shame Naomi, driven by the mere hint of her opinion aligning, even partially with Trump. That sliver of dissent was intolerable to him. It became urgent in his self-righteous mind to stamp it out, an act he saw as necessary for a self-anointed guardian of morality. The moralist in any form is united by a conviction of righteousness so pure that it leaves no room for independent thought, for free will, or for even the faintest scent of individuality. The price of belonging in such a tribe, whether religious or secular, is a submission to what Nietzsche once called slave morality, a system wherein independent thought is not just disallowed but castigated as dangerous. What we're left with, therefore, is a shallow semblance of community built on coerced conformity, a place where individuality withers under the heavy hand of imposed virtue, and all because certain self-appointed guardians of truth have decided that their gospel is the only truth worth knowing. This video was made in truth because I do not want any of you to be a slave to any worldview, regardless of it is a religion, cult, or the wolf in sheep's clothing, evangelical wokeism. It is my hope that all of you come as you are, as you were, as a friend. is not interested in your personal truth, your actual opinions, or, heaven forbid, your disagreements. To be in his circle, you are expected to shed all traces of originality and merge, chameleon-like, into his approved spectrum of acceptable thought. Tom embodies, in modern garb, what we have long seen in the more pious circles of religion, whether among Christians, Muslims, or any other sectarian fanaticism like the evangelists of old. He welcomes you on one non-negotiable condition. You must adopt his creed in its entirety, discarding your own perspectives and values. The cost of entry, in other words, is your own autonomy, a sacrifice that may once have been demanded by preachers or inquisitors, but now disturbingly is exacted by the contemporary moralist dressed in the secular robes of woke ideology. Ideas such as Naomi's ideas that Trump's policies are better than Harris. He understands it is his divine mission in life to correct your thought mechanisms. I want you all to know that nobody is morally superior to you because they have different political beliefs. Woke zealots anointed themselves. They have been baptized into the cult and believe they have a unique moral clarity. Tom's misguided perception of his own moral clarity justifies dismissing dissenting views, clear verbal abuse, and calling for punitive actions against those who disagree with their perspective issues. Tom even called Naomi dangerous for the opinion she posted. What kind of a person would think that Facebook post that you and I both read is dangerous? Tom Wellborn is manipulative. But worse yet, he isn't alone, because there are millions of other sheep who think exactly like him. Like other self-styled arbiters of truth, Tom doesn't seek understanding or mutual respect. He expects compliance. And this mindset isn't unique to Tom. It's often found in those who see as guardians of a moral truth, similar to evangelical figures who claim a duty to convert others. Now, and such people insist on ideological conformity and justify silencing or ostracizing those with differing views by clinging to a belief in his moral clarity. Tom doesn't engage in dialogue, but rather imposes rules and judgments, revealing an arrogance rooted in the belief that his views are beyond question. We are now done talking about Mr. Wellborn, because this video wasn't made only to embarrass the little man. We need to be compassionate towards people like him who care too much what others think of him. The right thing for us to do is hope that someday he will become an individual rather than the conformist woke sheep he clearly is. Rather, this video is about what people like him represent: conformity. Let's turn our attention to the most important person, you, the viewer. What sets you apart is your individuality. You breathe with your own lungs, process food with your own stomach, and think with your own mind. Just as there is no shared stomach, there is no collective brain. Agreements are simply the result of many distinct thoughts coming together. You are the owner of your thoughts, and no one has the right to dictate what you should think, feel, or how you should live your life. Moreover, it is imperative that you, as an individual, respect that others also inhale with their lungs, digest with their stomachs, and think with their brains. You cannot tell another person what to think, how to interpret facts, or what political aspect how much they should have. You also do not have the right to feed anyone food they do not want to eat. Now, we have to respect each person as an individual and not get upset. It is just part of being an adult. Think again about the lyrics. Come as you are, as a friend. One of the things we revolted against in the grunge days was society putting us in a box, keeping us in line, and then lying right to our faces, calling it a greater good. True living means getting out of the box, out of the line, and living for yourself. Consider this: the evangelical woke are very talented at script. What they believe is narrative piled on top of narrative. The thing is, when you break down everything the woke believe is fundamentally true about politics, race, or gender, you will see that not a single one of them tests their beliefs. At the end of the day, vote for what is right for yourself and for what is going to improve your daily lives. Most importantly, who you vote for governor is much more important in your life than the presidency. To prove this point, there are a few links in the video description box. One of them is a 7th grade Washington State History Civics lesson. In this lesson, middle school kids learn the direct impact their governor has on their lives through the power of executive cabinet appointments. Executive cabinet members inform policy, and these people control everything from agriculture, transportation, prisons, and education. That is tremendous power. Check out the link below. If you are looking to learn the truth about slavery, there is another link for a free lesson about slavery around the world. It has an essay writing activity where students have to compare 2 slave-owning societies from 2 parts of the world. It is for high school students. And when you complete this lesson, you will have a new understanding of slavery as an anthropological phenomena that existed everywhere in the world. The civil rights movement was 60 years ago. These are all great things for you to learn on your own or provide to your kids if you homeschool. Who you vote for president most likely is not going to have a direct impact on your life, with the exception of the rising crime, which reminds me, you should all know that this week the FBI updated crime statistics from 2022. Interesting, nobody on the left is talking about it. What we learned is that crime is up, both property crime and violent crime. That said, this video officially endorses Donald Trump for President of the United States. I also ask Washington State to vote for Dave Reichart for governor. That's all for now, folks. Stay cool, stay strong, and most important, never conform to what others tell you is morality.